I didn't quit social media because it didn't work. Of course it works. Every platform works. There's millions of people on these platforms. And the thing is, it was the uploading every single day, being there all the time, answering questions, posting 2, 3 times a day. It was getting so bad that I didn't have any family time. I quit because it asked too much from a stage of my life where my time was already stretched very thin because of my family life. I had a child to look after, a granddaughter. And it's something that most people in this industry, they don't really talk about. You just keep posting, just keep getting online, just putting out these 30-second videos, 60-second videos, or minute-and-a-half videos on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook, wherever you are, post 3 times a day on Facebook. It was getting so monotonous that I couldn't keep up with it. And then you had to get in the DMs and talk to people. Then you had to make arrangements to get online with them, either on the messenger or on a Zoom call. And then you had to convince them that they were doing the right thing and you were teaching them the right way, and it was all good. And pretty much convince them. Let's face it, nobody's talking about it. You're there to convince them to buy your product. Everybody is there to make money. If you care about your clients or your prospects, you're there to teach them in a way that's very ethical and you really want them to win, that you care about them. And it takes up so much time. I just couldn't give that kind of time because I also worked full time. I went to sea for 2 months. When I come home for 2 months, I had family life. And when I was at sea, it was like 14 hours a day. When I come home, it wasn't much better. It was just all day long, especially with a young 4-year-old granddaughter. You got to work all day long, chasing her around, doing things with her, and living your life. And you just don't get a lot of time to yourself. Every time I tried to make a video, every time I tried to do something, she would be jumping all over me, so I couldn't do it. I had to find a time mainly when she was sleeping. I had to make sure that my wife was cool and she had everything she needed and everything was taken care of there. When you're a young man or a young woman, you can afford to chase notifications and trends and spend as much time as you like daily posting. I've got nieces that post all day long. They're so addicted to Instagram that everything's a post. They've got all the time in the world to do it. They walk outside the front door, it's a post. If they go into a car, it's a post. Anything they do, if they have a cup of coffee, it's a post. They've got the time to do everything they want to do on Instagram or TikTok. Facebook, obviously. They just spend all day long on it. You walk into a restaurant and you see kids all sitting around. It happens with older people as well. You see families sitting around on the table and every single one of them have got their phones out and they're all addicted to looking at their phones. It's not very nice being out like that, but they should be spending some family time together or speaking to their friends. It's okay if they're just scrolling. They can scroll all day long. But for me, it wasn't about scrolling. It was about finding the time to make a business. I couldn't find all that time that I wanted. It's great for younger people. They've got all the time in the world. When you're over 50 or 60, and especially when retirement is coming into view, you have to start asking different questions. I was asking questions like, is this really worth my time? It was difficult to say yes to that question, having all this family time that I needed to take care of when I was at home and all this offshore time that I had to deal with when I was offshore. Finding time was really hard. But in the end, I figured out that it was really worth my time. I also had to ask myself, is it building anything? You really got to take this as a business and build something with it. Something you'll be proud of, something that would really make you happy and would actually be a business that's going to give you some form of income. And you've got to start asking yourself, if that's not the case, what are you doing? Are you just staying busy? I didn't want to just stay busy. I wanted to make sure I was building something very worthwhile. For years, I tried to make social platforms fit into my life. I was very big on Facebook. I did Instagram and TikTok, but not as much as Facebook. Between working at sea, coming home exhausted, helping to look after the family, my granddaughter, and making sure my wife had everything she needed, there just wasn't enough hours in the day. An awful lot of the days I had to do a lot of my social media late at night when the granddaughter was sleeping, and even when the wife went to bed. Social media wants your presence, or it wants you to be present at all times. With all this reply now situations, post today 3-4 times, engage consistently. If you miss a day, you feel like you're really falling behind. The thing about it is YouTube didn't make me feel like that. YouTube let me work once, and it allowed me to breathe afterwards. Just make my video, upload my video, do what I have to do, and then breathe and be with the family. You know, I could sit down, just record that video when I could find a quiet moment and upload it. Completely different to social media. So there was no chasing people. I was doing YouTube. I didn't have to chase people. I didn't have to scroll for hours, and I didn't have the pressure to perform all the time. And the biggest shift was that YouTube doesn't punish you for having a life. It was great that way. It actually rewards clarity and patience, which is great. And that matters when you're older, you know, because we're not trying to become influencers. We're trying to build something very steady, something that respects our energy. And when I understood all that, YouTube stopped feeling scary for me and started feeling sensible. So if you want the same experience, if you want to start YouTube as you're getting older and have a chance of making some extra cash with YouTube, just go down into the description there and pick up my free PDF, 7 Steps to Affiliate Marketing in Midlife. Follow these steps, take some action, and you'll get there. And if you want my help, leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you. Give me these thumbs up. That makes the video algorithm show this to people our age and allows them to maybe have a life after retirement. If you want to follow my steps, please remember to subscribe. It would be great. So definitely cost you nothing for the thumbs up. Let other people see this video. Don't forget to get the PDF and follow the steps. I'll be happy to hear any comments you have, and I'll get back to you. So this is it for today, and I'll get back to you on the next video. Please subscribe to see the next video, or just look out for me. I do 2 a week. Bye.